Alright, good morning. March 17th, 5 a.m. where I'm at, and time to get the ball rolling with today. Gonna start with setting some levels here. Start with SPY and Qs. So SPY and Qs kind of made that little range down toward the bottom side of here, just above VWAP. You can kind of see these couple days consolidating. Seems to be a good area of resistance here around this 671.84, 672, give or take. Let's go to the weekly here. So drawing the box, area of support and resistance being 672, area of support being 663. Zoom left a little bit. Yeah, looks good to me. And then Qs. Market's rallying right now a little bit. Must have been some news this morning. And then the Qs looking pretty strong. As of right now, pushing up. Let's get some levels going on here. Let's check out the weekly. Go to the bigger chart. It's hard to tell on this small chart. Qs, see if it'll load. No. Well, I don't know why nothing's popping up here now. Let's see. Okay, well, Tesla popped up. Can we pull up the Qs or zoom in? Okay, Qs loaded. Alright, so I added something to my chart down here, guys. This is the average true range. This purple line, pinkish line going on here. Average true range shows the last 14 days of the trading stock, and it shows the average price that it moved. So if we look to our right over here, we have these value numbers here, and depending on the day, you can see how much it's been trading on average. So as of right now, been trading anywhere from, this is MU, anywhere, excuse me, the Qs, moving anywhere from $20 on the day. Excuse me, that's the week. Let me go to the daily. Apologize. So as of lately, the Qs have been moving on average around $10 a day, give or take. $10 fluctuations. So depending on where the price is currently. So the market's opened at 597 this morning. And price is moving up. So it's already moved from 597 of a low to 601. So essentially $5 right now, $4 out of potentially $10. Doesn't mean that it won't just stop at $10 as an average true range, but on average, as of lately, let's say the stock keeps pushing up from 597, it can get all the way up to maybe 607, and then there might be some resistance coming in as we ran the average true range on the daily. So again, doesn't mean that that will happen, but you can see on average since the beginning of this month, or excuse me, beginning of February, pretty much, it's been pretty consistent on trading around $10 on the day, give or take. So, all right, let's go to the weekly. Let's get these levels going. Qs. Area of resistance I'm gonna put is 612. If we get all the way up to 612 on the Qs, might see some sort of pullback, and then the low 592 or support I'm gonna draw. Let's see what we have. Let's look at a couple other tickers. Nvidia been in this range for quite some time now, since August of last year. Excuse me. Yeah, let's go back to the weekly here. So weekly chart, let's draw our support first. I think a pretty obvious area for me standing out is around 177. Right there, 177.18. Resistance, I'm going to do right there, 188. And see if there's any liquidity going on there. But yeah, this guy's been consolidating for a long time. If at any point, the wars end or whatever, the market is happy about it and the market gets really bullish, Nvidia can be a really good potential long, blasting through 200 to who knows where from there. But market conditions have to line up. Let's see what else we have. Let's look at Tesla. See Tesla on the weekly here. Area of support I'm going to draw. You can see a couple wicks here on the bottom. A couple touch points standing out to me. 385, pretty significant area of support that's standing out, and resistance being about 415. Top of this range here on this candle, quite a few touch points here, pretty obvious touch points here. So that one's looking good for me. Let's see. MU, yeah, MU's near all-time high. I traded that yesterday and looked for the break long, and there was just no momentum. So today could be the day for it. Let's go to the daily. So yesterday the stock was up $20 yesterday, pre-market. So it already gapped up $20. If we look at the daily ATR, it's around $25. So there's some potential for another move yesterday. Let's see. It was $25. Let's see if we can't figure this out. $25. Let's go back to yesterday. So it gapped up pretty much from 425 and opened up at 440. So right there is $15. 425 got as high as 455. Okay, so yeah, 425, 455. That's a $30 move on the daily. So it exceeded yesterday. It's a ATR. So that makes sense why yesterday when I took that trade, I took a long, and we've already pretty much exhausted, but we have exhausted the average true range. So again, doesn't mean that it wasn't able to break out, but it's already made such a significant move that people who are long biased on the trade, if they already have positions the day before or been, bag holding it, then if they get a $20 swing or a $20 gap up, they're probably not going to keep buying and buying and buying, at least for the break, but they might buy the lows or something, or just want to try to hold price there. So let's see. All right, but MU nonetheless is looking really good. Let's see how much MU has moved already today. So MU, looking at the level 2 here, it's already moved almost 3%, almost $12 on the day. So potential $10 to $14 move that can potentially happen, give or take. And where it's at right now, it's looking pretty good to me for a potential long. Given if the price action tells me so. So I was looking for that long yesterday, didn't get it. Market can act funny. Today might be the day that it, potentially explodes. So, but I just have to wait and see if we get some sort of confirmation for that. Area of support here, pretty much bottom of that range, 442. I'd imagine if they can't blast through that, it's going to come back down and go to the next level of support for the longs to get back in. Okay, let's see. What does SNDK look like? SNDK testing all-time high here. So let's draw the box there. Let's see, a lot of liquidity happening. Back down to 665. Let's go to the daily chart. On the day, okay, let's check out weekly. Let's expand that. That looks better. Check out the 60-minute. Okay. Buyers will probably set back in at 690 maybe. There's a lot of liquidity happening around that 687 area. All-time high is around 724, and the current price is 716. So SNDK can have like $50 swings. So I'm definitely going to watch SNDK. If it can't, blast through this all-time high, I'll be looking for a short. And I'll probably hold that short as long as I can, at least a 687, give or take. So we'll see if we're given that opportunity, but nonetheless, the stock is bullish, so trend is your friend. Have to just wait for the right opportunities here. What's Amazon looking like? Let's look at Amazon. Oh yeah, let's look at the daily. If you look at SNDK on the daily here, ATR, it moves. It's been on average moving around $50 on the day. Per day it has around $50 swings, which is huge. And SNDK as of right now has only moved $12. So there's plenty. Excuse me, plenty of volatility to happen with SNDK. Potentially, so that'll be interesting to see here. Let's see, Apple has no volume, Nvidia has really good volume. Market's been grinding up nicely here, pre-market. SPY testing the box here almost. Let's see what else has some good volume going on. What's in play here? Click on the daily on Amazon. Nothing much on Amazon. So MU is definitely of interest. SanDisk is of interest. Tesla has some pretty good swings. So that could be of interest here. Meta, no volume. Oracle, no volume. Let's see. Just mentioning a couple tickers that are on the scanner here. Just looking at the, see if there's anything of interest with those guys. NBIS, Nebius. Let's look at NBIS. Let's see what that looks like. See if that'll load. Okay. So NBIS had a lot of volume pre-market, 3 million shares. So it's definitely in play. But where we're sitting at on the weekly here, it's not really of interest for me. It was near the all-time high, maybe. Pretty significant area of support being 114, give or take. So, is it down so far? Okay, NBIS is red on the day, down $8, 6%. That's pretty big. What does it trade on the daily on the ATR? So, around $10 it's been trading. It's already down $8. So it seemed like it already tested its ATR here. You can see $2 more down, we're at $10. So it'll be interesting to see if price is going to hold around that 119 level on NBIS. So I'm just going to chart that just to entertain it and see. Maybe the volume will potentially give me a long back to the upside. So that could be interesting. Lots of volume on it, so let's see what else we have. We had American Airlines, AAL. AAL on the day is looking pretty strong, up a buck, it looks like. Punch that in. Oops. AAL up 4%. It's not really in any spot for me to want to play. TME, don't know anything about this company. What's TME? Down 15%, that's substantial. It's a big move down. TME, let's look at TME. Let's go left. We're on the day, let's go with the weekly. Alright, looks like we're back as far as we can go around 2018, 2019. 1185 is a pretty significant area of support for TME. But it's kept down so much. Maybe tomorrow, if this thing blasts through that area of support, and then the following day, tomorrow, it tests that $12 value range. That might be something of interest here. Okay, TME. Let's look at Oklo. Okay, LO. Too many data points. Alright, Oklo. What's the volume on Oklo? 1.6 million shares. It's not bad. Just don't look at these other ones here. This one has really good price action pre-market. IBRX up 10%. Some of these low float stocks, these cheaper price stocks, can get really bullish, or they can just slam down. These are tickers I don't trade too often, rarely often. The liquidity for me is just a little bit more uncertain. The price action, the swings can happen really fast on these guys. And with a smaller price point, getting the right share size, you can be dangerous because you can overload the boat and really bite yourself in the butt potentially. So. Alright, let's get our level 2 up here on the big screen above me. Oh. Okay, so MU is definitely of interest here. And SanDisk as well. MU's all-time high. Around that 455. Some orders at 455 waiting to get filled, but there's no like monster orders. So I wanna look into like trading futures. I've never traded futures. Kinda wanna look into that and see what that's like, see what that's about. Be interesting. Alright, tickers I am watching. MU for sure. I think that'll be my main watch. So let's chart these guys up. MU's getting close to testing the all-time high again. It's already tested it almost 3 times on the day, and it's pre-market, so pretty interesting. SNDK. Let's throw Tesla on this one. Tesla has a really big range to run to the upside if I'm going to look to play it. My area of resistance being 415, so the areas I mark, guys, are really significant areas of support and resistance. So when prices do get around those areas, then I'll be looking for my opportunities. That's where I tend to profit the most when I trade is around those areas. So SNDK starting to move up pre-market. Man, look at SPY. SPY has just been on a tear to the upside pre-market. Be interesting to see if it doesn't flush real quick and then get bullish again. So maybe there was some good news that has came out. Days like this, when the SPY's looking like that, it might not be bad just to trade options on the SPY. Sometimes when there's uncertainty in the market, I'm pretty late on it, but I tend to trade, the tech sectors and stuff. But when there seems to be uncertainty in the market, it might be best for me to just look into trading the overall market being SPY and just trying to play the SPY. So I might try that. We'll see, because SPY right now is very bullish. I think it's on a tear. 3 minutes till the open. I'm going to turn on my screen record now, record the trade, even though it's recorded on YouTube. I like it on my computer. Let's go back to the SPY on this weekly chart. Let's see what we're looking at here. That's the weekly. Yeah, I mean, SPY's right at a pretty significant area to me of resistance. I mean, if it blasts through there, potentially move up to 675. And a big area of resistance here is around like 680, give or take. Well, who knows? Today's looking pretty bullish as of right now. The market does crazy things, so you gotta be patient with it. But yeah, for the most part, we just been in a range from October until now. So the market does the sideways action. It's best to kind of sit on your hands, or at least reduce your share size. If we look left here, like if we look back in 2025, 2024, pretty significant area of resistance, 610, stop gap down. Started to flirt with it right here, but once we broke through right here, you could have just bought anything and held it around 610, and pretty much like any stock, because the stock market was trending up. So, all right, let's go back to our charts here. We have 20 seconds until the open. We have MU on our big screen. 460 does have a decent order. And yeah, let's see what the market does today. MU has a big order at 450, looking to get filled. Ladder's pretty evenly. 455 orders are stacking up heavy. Lots of volume here. Bit of an indecision candle as of right now. Still holding VWAP though. $450 looking to get filled, 15,000 shares. Buyers are definitely going to step in there if it doesn't go down. 450 got smashed. SPY and Qs. SPY's testing that area of resistance here. It's moved up so much already. MU's trying to hold us 449. SanDisk has hardly any volume. MU back up to 450. SPY's looking good. Yeah, 460 is a nice order. Just watching the price action here on MU. Ready to get in there if we're given the opportunity. If we get our signal for a potential long. SPY's ripped up. Blasted to that level. Keys looks nice. MU struggling here. Just trying to squeeze up here. To take along here, this would probably be our best best risk reward will be somewhere around here right now. Oh, the price action is kind of wonky to me. Lots of white on the tape. SNDK don't. I don't know, buyers haven't stepped in yet, guys, so. Okay, looks like it might squeeze here. Wow, look at that, just rejected hard. Interesting, right? SPY and Qs look good. But like Nvidia is moving down. SNDK, SanDisk not doing much. Sometimes these stocks, they don't really care to follow the overall market. But just gotta be patient. Just wait for the setups to unfold for us. Volume's increasing on this 1 minute with a pretty bearish candle as of right now. Whole lot of indecision going on with this guy. Yeah, still doesn't want to go up, that's for sure, at least not right now. SPY and then look good. there. SPX, what is this? I'm just thumbing through the SPY here on the options. SPY looks really good. Seems like this 448 seems to be area of support here for MU. Looks like it wants to test it though. Let's go to SanDisk here. SanDisk looking to break down. Not much going on the order book. Price action is very wonky on SanDisk. So I'm not really interested there. Spine keys look really good. Amazon's looking solid here. MU may have found the bottom right there. I'm not near the box. I don't want to take a long. Unless there's obvious confirmation. SNDK just moving on down. Looks like it may want to head to 700 here. MU's looking bearish as well. Spine keys, man, they look solid, but everything else doesn't seem to care. Amazon might be riding that wave a little bit, but like nothing else is looking like it just wants to just keep climbing up higher and higher. Look at that long wick on Tesla on a 3-minute chart. Sold off, popped back up. It's a huge candle. Looks like Tesla may want to try to break out of this bit of range here. MU still moving down. Still getting crushed. SNDK's moving down as well. Spine keys doing their thing. Just trucking along there. MU working its way down. My support area for MU is 441. That's $4 away, $5 away from now. But I don't know if the rate it's moving, if it can really plunge and get some extension and some exhaustion volume, definitely gonna take a long. If we can get extension from VWAP. NVIDIA really looking rather weak. It's a bit range bound right now. Let's see, if we look at this 3-minute chart, sold off, bought back up, sold off, bought back up, sold off, bought back up, still red candles, so still bearish, but there's definitely some buyers here within these candles. 2-minute chart here, nice little wave right here to downside, bought back up. Volume's average, so it's nothing of serious confirmation yet to the upside, but some buyers are getting in there. There are some buyers stepping in here and there. Excuse me. Okay. SanDisk. Seems like it may want to try to move up here. Then again, see moving average 9 EMA could just ride this trend line as well. Spine keys looking healthy. Tesla did break out of that range. Meta. I didn't draw anything on Meta. Let me go look at Meta real quick. See where Meta is. That volume was looking interesting to me. Alright, if we were to draw something here. Probably 639. Seems to be a lot of liquidity. Around 608. Yeah, I like where we drew that. Let's go to the 60 here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for bounce points. Be nice to see Meta move up to that range here, but might have topped out here. This would have been a really good short. This 3-minute candle with that volume drastically died off. This 3-minute candle here, volume died off significantly. That's a really good short. That's a pretty obvious short for me. I love to see that near the box. That's always like a bread and butter trade for me. Alright, where are we at? What's MU doing? MU, not much. You can see some buyers actually did step in here. Got down to that same area of resistance here, S3 on the level 3. But as of right now, looks like the sellers said, no way. The shorts, no way. SanDisk, very weak. SanDisk is just moving on down. You know, NVIDIA's range bound here, guys. A part of me wants to just play it short and play this little range. See, I could have got it right there and maybe just play this back down to this 183. Because I see this all the time. I haven't really collected data on it, but volume is very, very average, right? Spine Qs look great, but I want to see if it'll like wick up a little bit through here, maybe squeeze out these shorts, and then show some weakness to go back into this range and play just a range bound short here. So let's watch this price action. This 184 area. Look at that. I'm sitting here looking up. It looked like a good short right there. 184.27. Yeah, look at that, man. I could have shorted it right there and just played a quick scalp. Be looking for about right here, 183.56. I would have took that short. Spine Qs, man, they're just rocking. They're rocking. Volume's very average here. So that order would have gotten filled. So that's good. I have that recorded, so I'll be watching. I'll review that. Keep that in mind, because when I see this choppiness like this, like right here, I could play along, maybe. Lots of liquidity here. Volume's picking up. Volume's picking up. But that short right up there, that would have worked. That definitely would have worked. See if the buyers just push this back up and it just stays range bound. Spine Qs looking very strong. So interesting, nothing else is following suit. Look at that, buyers seeming to want to push this back up. That interesting. This is just algos. Algorithmic trading. Algos just up and down, up and down. Lots of volume. I mean, the volume's very low, obviously, but for people getting in and out or just getting chopped up in this madness here. Spine Qs, man, they're rocking, dude. It is so interesting to not see everything else following suit. It's pretty nerve-wracking. I feel like if the spine Qs top out at some point and start to pull back, I wonder if everything else is really going to slam down fast. Market moves in weird ways like that sometimes. So no trades yet, 20 minutes in, nothing's really been of interest for me so far. Apple's grinding higher. Let's go back to that Meta. Yeah, that was a quick scalp right back to VWAP. That's the easy money trade. Like, look at that volume. Look at these on the 3-minute chart. Huge volume, and then volume dies off, and then volume dies off significantly. That to me is just, it's perfect for a short, because we're moving up, and then as we're still moving up, the volume dies down, and then this candle, it doesn't definitely seem to be some buyers right here, because if there were, the price would still be pushing up, but volume died down significantly. So buyers did not care to get in right there. So then taking a short right back down to VWAP would have been easy money. I do like to see that sort of pattern. What would be really nice is if this candle or this candle right here had like huge volume, like as much as these first two candles that this candle did. To me, that'd be some real exhaustion. And then if it were to do something like that, from my experience, it would push all the way back down to testing the low of this candle. And that's a really nice range-bound trade to take. I really like to see that. But Meta might get bullish here. The ladder is looking more bullish than bearish, but I mean, there's no significant orders to the upside. See, volume's very average. If it pushes through this, it'd be nice to see it push through this with a little bit of that initial volume. You can see this volume around this general area is topping over this volume. So there's definitely more interest going on there. Alright, let's do the stocks. Nvidia looking weak here. Is it going to test that range or is it going to blast through this? This is where shorts will pile on, buyers will step in really heavily here to try to hold the price. Spying keys finally showing a little bit of red on the candlesticks. Look at that, went down, tested the bottom here, hasn't squeezed yet. Volume is very average. Ooh, look at this. See, like, look at this volume. This is in play now. PLTR. Look at this volume right here. Okay, this is where I gotta be quick. Let's go to PLTR. Let's see if we have a significant area that the price can bounce off of. Or a test, I should say. Let's see. PLTR. Zoom out. Zoom in. It's very much range bound here. I think the high is a good area here. 156 looking pretty good to me. Seems to be a couple touch points around 150. Let's go back. Okay, look, as soon as we draw that line too. Yeah, PLTR is interesting. Nvidia, I don't really care for. $155 for has a pretty nice order for PLTR here. Yeah, PLTR is interesting, guys. Look at all this volume as we're climbing up, getting extension from VWAP. This to me looks good for something I could potentially play. Let's go to the puts. See which one is looking the best. And play that one. Alright, I want to see the price test that high again. Volume's dying down here. Gosh, we may miss our opportunity here, guys. Like, look at all this volume. This candle here, big green candle. Definitely some selling pressure showing, right? And then this candle's good selling pressure. Big squeeze candle up with good volume, but I love seeing these little tweezer candles here. These little small candles. Like, why we engulf here, this one and this green candle, they sandwich this one. Why don't we just launch up through it, right? But we're over here just messing with the area of resistance. So PLTR is of interest for me. We just have to wait now for the right time to get in there, if given the opportunity. Coming up on the 15-minute, 30-minute candles closing. 15 looks rather bearish. If we look at the 15-minute candle here, you can see it bought up, sold off. Pretty much testing this R4 on the 3-minute chart. I'd love to see this candle close like this and then try to grind up higher and then look for a short towards the top. That'd give me a really good risk to reward, but it seems like it might want to just pull back from here. But that volume, guys, that volume is everything right there. See how there's just big initial candle, nothing going on. This is active participation here. That's a stock that's in play. So that's a quick way to thumb through stocks, guys, to find something in play. There's always just a handful of tickers that seem to be getting all the volume. Like, look at PLTR, man. If I would have got in short up here, would have played it back to at least VWAP 154. That's but I was just a hair late on this, guys. I was just a hair late. I got in like right around here, so I missed all of this initial volume showing me signals. So quick way to see where the participation is. If we look at this 3-minute chart here, if we just focus on the volume down here as we thumb through, nothing, boom, something's going on there. There's some participation for sure. Nothing. SanDisk, nothing. Meta, nothing. So see, as I thumb through these stocks, guys, everything's just very low volume, nothing of interest going on here. Look at this. This is a little interesting now. We have all this volume on this stock, CoreWeave, but then look at these past 3-minute candles. What is going on with that? That's something that's interesting. We'll watch CoreWeave here. I need to draw a line on CoreWeave. Thought I did on that one, but maybe not. As far back as we can go here. Let's go to the 60. Area resistance 84. Area support 82. It's really just going to go sideways. That volume died down significantly. Let's go back to PLTR, see if it's still holding here, guys. Spine cues starting to pull back a little bit. MU is actually trying to work its way back up. Nothing of interest though for volume. Core weave. Nothing going on there. Let's go to PLTR. Alright, what are you gonna do, PLTR? Got limit orders stacking up to the upside at each dollar value. 156, 157, with 160 having the bigger area of liquidity. So let's say, like, if I took that short up here, if I would have helped the VWAP, we aren't there yet. So probably still would have been in this trade if we were trading it. So the options. Kind of just going sideways here, starting to pull back. So see if I was still in it, that would be a really nice candle for me. But it's very much found value up here in this 155-ish range. You can see we're just kind of doing the sideways thing. We pushed up, and as we did push up, there's obviously an imbalance in buyers versus sellers, and we can see that with this candle. Excuse me, with these volume bars here. All that volume and all those candles are just, we think this stock is worth more than what it's at. So now we're just back to the sideways action. Excuse me. Qs and SPY. Testing VWAP here. Nothing going on. So again, I'm just gonna thumb through these stocks here. Nvidia's nice breakdown. Finally did break down. Yeah, if I got that short up there and just held, man, that'd be money. But it always seems to go like that. Let's see. Google, nothing going on. PLTR still of interest for me. Just I needed to test the box here. I need to see what it wants to do around there. Nothing going on. Nothing really for Amazon. MBU just sideways. That Meta was good, man, for a good short. That was a good one. Look at that, blasted through VWAP, slowly grinding down. If I were short up here and held, I'd get out probably around the bottom of that initial candle there and just try to ride the trend down. That's a very easy money trade with this consolidation right here. If you look at this volume, from this candle over, the volume is much more drastic, and then out of nowhere, there's no more interest. And then we have a couple minutes, those four candles, super dead volume. Like, if we're bullish, why aren't we still going up? And this is where the buyers are like, nah, this is it, I'm done. I'm closing my position here. This is where if you were short buys, this would be a fantastic short. You have this volume. The volume's everything. The volume will tell you everything. Okay, you got you got interest, and then you have lack of interest. If we go back to PLTR here, nothing going on. Then you have interest, and volume dies down over here, but there's definitely interest, right? Because the volume really steps in. Lots of volume. Some of these candles right here are almost as much as the opening candle, which that's usually the opening candle tends to have all of the volume, all the drastic volume. So. Excuse me. PLTR, what are you going to do? Thumbing through these stocks now, seeing if anything's changed. SNDK, above VWAP now. Seems like it wants to push up. Meta, gosh, look at Meta, man. That short was just money all the way down to a range from 636 to 628. That's my bread and butter, and I'm not there. I think I came in around here when I was on. But nonetheless, I'm still pretty extended from the box, but I'm extended from VWAP a little bit as well, so I probably would have taken that trade, but I would have reduced my share size, but nonetheless, it would have been definitely a really good trade. CoreWeave, with that lack of interest here, squeeze down. Let's go to PLTR. PLTR just range bound. Might not take any trade today. Excuse me, a couple opportunities, but I seem to be a hair late when I'm thumbing through those stocks, so I'm gonna keep that in mind for tomorrow. Just thumb through the stocks really quickly, or at least periodically, and look for some opportunities, given what the volume's showing me. So, because that Meta one was looking pretty dang good. I may have been getting close to getting out here, give or take. It's 3 minute. Well, I don't know. Volume's pretty bit of a pullback though. It's the first pullback candle, so at least take profit right there. That would have been good. Spine cues, just pulling back to the VWAP. PLTR, nothing going on. We zoom out, see the volume's pretty now. So buyers and sellers are just gonna duke this out until there's an imbalance again of buyers and sellers. It's just a matter of who it's going to be. Nvidia just getting crushed here, trending down again. You can see the volume. There's not a whole lot of this to me isn't like active selling pressure, because this volume is very evenly distributed. It's when we get those huge wicks with big red candles, then there's active selling, and then that's where people get a notification, and then that's where sellers will really start to pile in and push that wave down with it. And that move may just be happening here now. See, we got a nice 1 minute candle here with decent volume, kind of level with these other ones. Now it's a matter of what this candle will do. It's very much extended from VWAP, so buyers at some point are going to step in here. That's where buyers are just very patient. They're just waiting until they see a obvious signal to pile along, which may be right there. Seems to might be a good area to long it, but I'm nowhere near the box, so. PLTR, nothing. Let's see, Apple, nothing going on. and SanDisk. Trying to grind up here. SanDisk can get really bullish. But SanDisk is getting interesting because now it wants to scan up to getting close to testing where I'm marked, so I want to see what it does around there. If we just keep grinding higher, get some attention from VWAP, and I get confirmation on volume, I'm just going to short it. You can see it's played a really wide range from 717 down to 696. About $20 there, so. Tesla grinding up higher. Meta just looking wonderful, man, for that short. Meta was a really good short for me. Tesla, nothing going on. PLTR, making that bull flag. If we draw some trend lines here, you can kind of see we're making this triangle pattern's getting tight. So we see that if we see some going on, it's going to be in this little area right in here. If you were long down here, you're going to want to add to your position to the bottom of this range. SPY's pulling back, Q's are pulling back. NVIDIA, nothing going on. PLTR, look at the volume here. These past couple 3-minute candles, a little bit lower than these past ones. But it makes sense, prices getting tighter and tighter here, so some sort of squeeze is bound to happen relatively soon for PLTR. Is it to the upside or downside? I would love PLTR to squeeze up really aggressively and then get around here and then show no interest. No interest at all to pushing through that. And then again, it could just squeeze down right here. That's a possibility as well. Leave it right here to watch. SNDK over here. Okay, looking at the box here, this little triangle wedge I drew. See if it squeezes down here. It's testing VWAP, so it has some support. Ideally, though, you'd want to see it squeeze down if you were short bias. If not, it just may wick out these longs here. Longs would have their stop probably somewhere around here. See Meta, pretty dang close to the bottom of this candle. I probably would have got out around 628, give or take. Definitely would have had a trailing stop though, but man, that's just a really good trade there for a short. Really good. Dump through these stocks real quick and see if there's anything going on. Doesn't seem like much. PLTR, look at the bounce here. Might just come right back in this box. Part of me wants to take long here. But SPY's pretty weak. Key is pretty weak. I'm not near the box. I'm not going to take this trade. I did the same exact thing yesterday on NVIDIA and got lost $200 on that. So, and it very well could break long up here. But to me, this is just liquidating all the long positions here before it moves up again. Excuse me. 1 minute chart here, test R4. See what this 3-minute candle does. Today's a good day to have patience, guys, for me at least. A couple years ago, me would have traded something. I would have taken something, whether it was in my favor or not, just because I would have felt like I was missing out on something. But we have good patience now, and it's only getting better. But nothing's really of interest for me right now. Nothing really going on, man. Meta. That is a good trade. CoreWeave, nothing going on. Even though there's that lack of interest right here, there's so many waves on this chart on the 3-minute. Like sold off, bought up, sold off, bought up, sold off, bought up, bought up, sold off, sold off, bought up. There's so much indecision here on this chart for CoreWeave. And even though there's lack of interest here, which is a signal to something maybe of interest be going on, there's obviously no direction of bullish or bearish going on. Whereas PLTR was a great indication of like active buyers stepping in because the volume gets drastic here, and these candles are huge. Nice big green candles. We get away from this $153 range and find value around $155. So that's definitely of interest for me. And then as it got up to test the box here, we still have significant volume, but these candlesticks are rather small. If I were able to be on top of this prior to I got in right here, I definitely would have shorted up here. And I probably would have held to the VWAP, and we probably would have got there. We can see we would have got there. So that would have been a money trade. But we were just late to the party there. MU's actually rallying now, guys. Let's see if MU squeezes here. SPY was selling off. Now it's pulling back. Look at that volume. It has some decent volume there. Q's starting to sell off. Got bought back up. Some decent volume again. This is where stocks are weird, because like this gets real bullish, and then sometimes everything else will just follow suit. Then they'll want to participate. It's like they're very selective. PLTR is right now, if I would have took that long, would have been looking pretty good. Looking pretty good with that volume. That's some good volume right there. Love to see the stairs. Looks like stairs. Very smooth. Price is starting to move up. That's active buyers starting to get in on this. MU's not quite there yet. SanDisk, not quite there yet. PLTR 160 has a nice order, 165. SanDisk is getting really close. Same with MU. Those guys are moving in sync. You can see we dip down, kind of bought back up. MU kind of dip down, bought back up. Those guys are moving in sync. Let's look at the volume profile here. SanDisk, MU. Watching both these tickers here. You see price near the box, and then I'm really watching that volume. SanDisk might be thinking about it here. Yeah, SanDisk is interesting. Let's go to SanDisk on the options. Alright, we're watching SanDisk now. There's really no significant orders to the upside. Watching the volume here, guys. We have some decent volume here. I mean, it's pretty much average on the 2 minute. So we're just watching now. MU thinking about it as well. MU is starting to grind up. MU does have better liquidity. PLTR looking like it wants to squeeze up and test the box as well. Pretty much have to get ready in 5 minutes, man, and now things are getting interesting. That's a bummer. But it is what it is. Didn't make any money, haven't lost any money, so that's a good day for me thus far. Got something in my eye. Just watching all the stocks, PLTR, MU, SanDisk. Those guys are on the radar right now for potential plays. Let's see if that metal would have made it for us. It's close. Probably would have closed my position by then. Just take the profit. Not get greedy with it. PLTR. Okay. MU's getting up there now. Yeah, MU's of interest now, guys. We didn't have MU on here. Look at that, MU's going. You better blast through. Look at that volume. Now what you really want to see on this 1 minute is if price can hold. Closed above it, which is nice. A little bit of selling pressure, but it's definitely more bullish behavior. Look at that volume. Now this is something to watch. Now we're at the beginning of something, possibly. But don't want to short it just yet. This 2 minutes looking very bearish. This candle will close in 30 seconds. More of a shooting star, right? But look at that volume. That's something of interest. Now we're just watching. 455. Okay, that candle closed. Big green candle got bought up, sold off though. So there's definitely some selling pressure here. But nonetheless, this guy's at near all-time high. It can just explode. So now we're really watching it. Lots of volume there, lack of volume here. Let's see if we keep grinding up. If we keep grinding up on no volume, I'm definitely shorting this guy. See, like, why aren't we pushing up? We're slowly grinding up, but look at the volume. There's really no buyers, right? Still grinding up though. Just watching the candlesticks here. Seems rather weak. Doesn't seem to be much interest to the upside. Still just watching, guys. Starting to pull back. Yeah, it's pretty weak. I'll take 2 contracts here, so I'm short biased now. So we're in 2 contracts at 1881. I'm looking for it to move back down. So now we're just watching. It'd be nice to lose the bottom of this little range if it can. It'll definitely pull back a little bit. Tested R3 nicely on this 2-minute chart, so I think if I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna wait and see if we can test S3 and traverse. I'd really like to see that. That's around 449, so around 450 here, which is VWAP. So if we can get there to VWAP, we'll close our position here. Just 2 contracts. I like to see if we can move back down to VWAP here. If spine keys can go down, that would further aid me in my comfort with the trade, I guess you could say. Even though the market's not really following, everything's not really following the spine keys. It'd be nice to just see it move down as I'm more bearish on the stock. So let's see what's going to happen here. Looking for 450. Love to get to 450. It's where S3 is on the 2-minute chart. It's where VWAP is on the 1-minute chart. Pretty much 2-minute chart as well. That's where VWAP is. 3 minutes where VWAP is. That's a really good area for me to want to get out. You ready to go downstairs? Yeah, okay. I got you. There you go. Starting to squeeze up. Let's see here. Spine key is looking pretty bullish here. Or, I shouldn't say bullish, but looking a little more like they want to go up. Looking for VWAP, guys. That's what we're hoping for, VWAP. Blue line. Hasn't moved down out of that range, so we don't like that. Significant area of support for it is obviously right in here at the opening candles. So that's why we kept the share size small here. I would have really loved to see it grind up higher on volume decreasing, but if it would have done that, I would have increased my share size. This is a pretty risky trade. That's why we kept the share size small, because we're near all-time high. If buyers want to get in, they're going to launch this thing up. Okay, you don't want to go down yet. Okay. We'll close that then. I'd love for this to make its way down to my target if we can, so I can go get ready. Or squeeze me out, do one or the other. I don't want to sit here all day. Can't sit here all day. Five-minute candle's about to close on MU. Just average volume here. Can we squeeze down? Just looking for the squeeze down to 450. Looking at the 15 and 30 minute, the odds aren't necessarily in my favor, I would say. Big green candle, this is a 15-minute chart. Big green candle engulfing everything prior to 30-minute, engulfing everything prior to lots of volume, so. Let's see what it does here. Looks like it might want to squeeze up here. Good launch here, guys. We're near all-time high, so It didn't want to go down just yet, so it may just want to blast right here. So we're ready to get out. If it's looking bullish. I think we're going to get squeezed here. Just watching, just waiting. Ready to get out here. Yeah, there's lots of orders to the upside now. Not out just yet. It's testing that high. Alright, we're all out. Yeah, it's not working out for me. Okay, 0 for 1 on the day. Been in a bit of a slump, but it's just part of the game. Lost 300 on that trade. 292. 292. So 292 on that trade. You can see volume's pretty average. It could just grind higher here. 460 has a real nice order. Looking to get filled. Looking at the 3-minute chart here. 10:36. This candle closes in 15 seconds. Volume's increasing. So this is pretty good bullish price action. Nice candle up as we pull back here on this 3-minute chart. Volume dies off, so that's good bullish price action. It's a decent 1-minute candle as well. Nice orders at 458, 460. Really nice orders there. Wonder what SNDK did. I'm sure SNDK wrote that trend out too. No, nothing there. PLTR nowhere. Meta. Yeah, look at that candle right there. Tested the wick there, the bottom of this candle. That's a really good trade. MU here. Should get interesting with MU now. Like, what are you really gonna do here? Another 5-minute candle just closed. Nice and bullish candle. Good volume, pretty full body. Still showing some resistance up here. Ooh. MU seems to be finding value up here at 455-ish. Big orders at 458 and 460 here. we zoom in here toward the bottom of our options chart here, our order got filled pretty much at the bottom of that candle. So we had to respect our stop though. We're still holding, which I can't think like that, but hasn't squeezed up past that 456. One thing with options is time is your enemy. The longer you're in a stock on options, the less your risk to reward gets. It doesn't get better with time. But if the stock can move in your favor fast on options, you can make a lot of money. I've had some really good options trades, and it's nice when they move in your favor pretty quickly. Just watching here. I have to wrap it up though in just a couple moments. Okay, look at that. Let's see. Are you gonna squeeze up here? That was a big buyer right there. That was a really big buyer. Wants to test that high. See if the rest of the buyers follow suit here. Two-minute chart. You can see it's respecting that trend line nicely. If I were long bias and I had a decent entry and I was looking to add it, it'd be the moving average being lined up with the box that I drew. To me, that'd be a significant area to add to a position on the long. Excuse me. SPY and Qs look like they might be trying to make another push higher here. PLTR finally testing, getting close to testing the box. MU, here you go. Big seller just unloaded here. Still pushing up though. Big seller, but seems to be getting bought up, which is very bullish price action. Still just watching, guys. MU's up 3%, $15, $14. I think if I remember right, MU on the ATR is trading around $20, so MU could definitely grind to 460 if it stays bullish, and then that would be more of an ideal area to short it. What's SNDK doing? SNDK not much going on. PLTR testing the high day here. Decent volume on this 2-minute chart. Yeah, nothing really going on with MU now. It seems to be finding good value around 455, so I need to wrap it up. Go get ready. PLTR testing. Seems like it wants to squeeze. PLTR's ladder is very bullish to the upside. Sellers do keep stepping in at the top of that box here. Volume's increasing here. Gosh. Look at that volume picking up, guys. Making a nice stair-stepper ladder here. Just watching, I should go down. You make breakfast. Volume's picking up as the stock is moving up on this 3 minute here. So these next couple minutes pretty interesting, because as price is moving up here, if we look over here on the 2 minute chart, the really big wick candle here is the big volume. We're still moving up, but volume's dying. This volume's picking up, but this candle seems to be stalling a little bit, so. It's like, are you gonna go up or are you gonna pull back here? Still grinding higher just a little bit. Oh wow, look at that, nice. That's good volume here, look at the 2 minute here. Had some weakness here, got bought up, this candle's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's a nice bullish candle, 2 minute chart, a lot of green here. 3 minute candle's gonna close here in 1 minute. See how that candle closes. Bit of a pullback here, 3 minute candle. Volume's pretty consistent here with the stair stepper look. Right back to our level. Squeezing up here. God, I want to take a trade. Still squeezing up. Let's see if it's going to squeeze that 3 minute candle. Swatching here, 3-minute candle. Still has a couple minutes to close, but that volume is very low. Very, very low. Volume's slowly dying down here. Let's see, moving average on the 1-minute chart here, it's lining up with the box. I expect buyers, if they're going to buy, to try to squeeze up higher. We'll want to get in somewhere around here. But it's really extended from VWAP. Starting to squeeze up here. The volume's dying down, guys. Look at the volume here. Still moving up. Look, nice green candle. Much less volume though. Starting to trend a little higher. Be interesting to see here. This is going to push up here. Still grinding out. The volume seems to be slowly fading away here. I like to see the stock move up as volume dies off. I really like that. Because it shows lack of interest. Still moving up though, just have to wait. Wait for confirmation. Volume's picking up again. Nice green candle there, 2-minute. So volume's not completely exhausted here. Still grinding up. I'm going to take a long put here. 3 contracts. See if we can squeeze down here. I should be getting ready. I feel like I'm kind of forcing things now. Yeah. This is what you don't want to do, guys. This doesn't feel like good trading for me right now. That 2 minutes looking really strong. The ladder is definitely more bullish, guys. This isn't a good trade. I have to accept the risk, though. I put the trade on, I have to accept it and learn from it. So, for me personally, that's how I get better. So if I get squeezed out, my lesson learned is I lose money. It'd be nice if we can move back down to 155-ish. Still holding above the box, though. I don't like that. $15, $30 chart, 15-minute, 30-minute chart. It's definitely more bullish. MU's definitely looking more interesting for the short. Just watching here. If this works out, I'm fortunate. If not, lesson learned. Lesson needs to be learned. Which means don't make the same mistake next time. So, lesson will be taught, but lesson needs to be learned. Still just watching. Still holding above that box, which is I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I deserve to get squeezed out here. This one I deserve. This was a forced trade. This is a greedy trade and I am paying for it. This is one thing about stock trading, man, is the market loves when people's emotions get involved like this. And there's always a winner and loser. And my greed is the reason that I am losing this trade. So, at this point in my trading journey, it's not a hard pill to swallow, but it's a pill and a lesson that needs to be learned. I don't feel like I'm in this mindset often anymore, which is good. But this probably won't be the last time that I do this again. So it's just trying to mitigate these forced trades. Wait for the good ones to unfold, but it's following that moving average nicely here. Looks like it's going to squeeze me out here. Just waiting to see if we get to the high. Could just trend here all day for all I know, man. 156, 156.6 to 156. For all I know, this stock can just go sideways right here until the market closes. And then I want to take a trade when I should be getting ready. Don't do that, guys. Don't make the mistake that I just made. I should have been done with breakfast by now. So may not have enough time to make food for myself, but I'm gonna make it for my family. A lot of support here, moving average, catching up here on the 2 minute, moving average on the 3 minute, catching up. So again, there's all the odds are not in my favor right now. I am on the wrong side of this trade. And it's showing right now. There we go, we're out. Okay. So I lost like 80 bucks on that trade, down 370 on the day. So not a big loss, but nonetheless a loss that I shouldn't have had to take. So all right, guys, I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow. Anybody who's watched today, it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow, swinging again. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.